Hey everyone, welcome back to Lovely Lavender Wishes. It's Renee and I hope you're having a very blessed day, blessed week, blessed month. Hopefully your year is going better than mine. But anyways, so today we are going to be journaling in Psalms and I am going to be focusing on Psalm 104. You can read the whole Psalm. I kind of already had this picture on the page where 104 starts, so I can't really read this part too well, but I know that this psalm is all about God the creator, everything that he created and how he sustains everything. And, it talks about how he established the earth on its foundations. It will never be shaken. I mean, there's so many things that you can journal and point out in this psalm, but I am really focusing on the birds part, I guess. I love I just love all the verses in this one. It says he causes the springs to gush into the valleys. I love that word, gush. It's not just a trickle. It gushes. It's like he has an overabundance of provision for us. They flow between the mountains. They supply. I love all the words in here again. They supply water for every wild beast. The wild donkeys quench their thirst. The birds of the sky live beside the springs. They make their voices heard among the foliage. I love that. They make their voices heard. He waters the mountains from his palace. The earth is satisfied by the fruit of your labor. I mean, look at the verbs and the adjectives and just the words in here. They're so rich with meaning. We're satisfied. He causes grass to grow for the livestock and provides crops for man to cultivate, producing food from the earth. Wine that makes human hearts glad. I love wine, y'all. Making his face shine with oil, and bread that sustains human hearts. It not just sustains our bodies, but God gives us food, bread that sustains our human hearts. And so, again, I'm focusing on that verb, sustains. So the title of this page is going to be He Sustains. And I'm going to go a little bit into that word in a minute. But again, more about the birds. It says, the trees of the Lord flourish. I love that word, flourish. The cedars of Lebanon that he planted. There the birds make their nests. Storks make their homes in the pine trees. The high mountains are for the wild goats. The cliffs are a refuge for the hyraxes. So it says here, the birds make their nests. They make their homes. They're singing. They make their voices known. And it just goes on. It goes on about all the creatures of the sea, the earth, the moons. He goes from the bottom of the ocean to space, and how everything he created. And the last few verses say, may the glory of the Lord endure forever. May the Lord rejoice in his works, because all of this is his works. He looks at the earth and it trembles. He touches the mountains and they pour out smoke. I will sing to the Lord all my life. So again, it's tying into the birds are making their voices known. And here it's saying, I will sing to the Lord all my life. I will sing praise to my God while I live. May my meditation be pleasing to him. I will rejoice in the Lord. May sinners vanish from the earth and wicked people be no more. I love that part too. And my soul bless the Lord. Alleluia. I mean, there's so much in this psalm. I just love it. But again, I'm focusing on the birds because, like I said, I've said this in previous videos. Every time I see the birds, I know that God provides for the birds. So if he's going to provide for the birds and they're not worried about their life, he's going to provide for me and I shouldn't worry about things. And I'm really focusing on the fact that they make their voices heard and they sing praises. And that's kind of a reminder for me to make my voice heard because, it could be the quietest of days, but you can hear a bird chirping from far away and you hear that. It's like such a distinctive sound. And so I'm hoping that my life will be like a distinctive sound for the Lord, I guess. If, I've got, my mind goes in weird areas, y'all, but that's kind of what I'm hoping for. And then again, I love this line, and he provides bread that sustains human hearts. I love that. So my title of this page is going to be He Sustains, and then I'm going to have the birds in the background as a reminder to make my voice heard and known. So let's get crafting. I have this rubber stamp. Again, I got this from, I think, Hobby Lobby for $2. They have all these different kind of stamps. Look at this. You can stamp it and then color it with colored pencil if you want. And I was thinking of doing that, but I think I'm just going to keep it black. black and white today. And actually, I might not even do black and white. Now that I'm... No, you know what? I am going to do black and white. I'm going to do it in black because my main piece is in black. So it's just a rubber stamp. It's actually a big one. And did I get this? Yeah, I think I got this from Hobby Lobby. Just want to make sure I tell you all the right place, but it's called The Bird's Return. And I like that as well because I feel like I'm going through a phase in life where I was kind of on like a downslope for a while, and I feel like I'm coming back. And it took a while. I mean, it was a few months, if not almost a year. I mean, it was a rough year. But there's always a return. I love that. Just like I've said in a previous video, you know, sometimes it takes is 24 hours is a day. Sometimes you just need to sleep on something, and then the next day it's a brand new day. His mercies are new every morning. Well, just like this, like sometimes in the winter, the birds disappear. You don't see them, or a lot of them. And then in the spring, they return. There's always a new season of life. And so that's kind of what this is symbolizing for me as well. So I am going to grab a piece of paper here and my VersaFine ink. And I'm thinking I'm going to put some of these little birds. I'm not going to stamp like the whole thing, you know, as like a perfect stamp. I'm going to, again, this is going to be background. So I just want a little bit of it. And I'm just priming my stamp here, just getting it started. Because I haven't even used this stamp. It's brand new stamp. So I'm going to stick these birds right about there. Oh, look at them. They're so cute. They're so cute. And let's put this one. Let me just get it started. Let's put this one like, I don't know if we'll see them. A lot of this we're going to be, let me grab a paper towel because I don't want this extra stuff. I'm going to be decoupaging some napkins today as well. So let's get this little bird up at the top. Let's see. The birds, let's see, where is it? The birds make their voices known. Heard. The birds make their voices heard. The birds make their voices heard. I'm going to put this little bird right there because right here it says they make their voices heard. So we'll have a little bird right there. Let me think. I think that's good for now. We can always add more later if I need to add some more. But I really just want to get a few little birdies on the page. Okay, let me just move this over there. And then today we are going to napkin decoupage. I haven't done it in a while. And so I grabbed this napkin. Isn't it pretty? Oh, I love these colors, y'all. This is a really pretty napkin. It's actually got like a little shimmer of silver in it too. And then y'all know me and my shimmer, gotta have it. So I am going to, let's move this over just a tad. I am going to use like a little pointy brush and some water here, just plain old water. And I am going to mark out certain sections of this napkin that I am going to want to use and tear out. So it's easier to tear the napkin when it's wet. It's a little tip. Ooh, let's see here. See, just like that. And this one's going to go right here. So I want these images to fill up the page, kind of. And then you have this one down here at the bottom, which I think I'm going, let's see if we can get this in. On here. Oop. This is a gorgeous napkin. I like tearing like little pieces of napkin out versus like decoupaging the whole napkin on the page. I mean, you can completely do that. I just like picking and choosing little pieces and stuff. Okay, so that poor little bird's gonna get covered, and so are all those birds. Unless we kind of go like that. I don't. Well, they might shine through a little bit. Well, there went all my stamping. We might have to add another stamp there or put some on top. But they might show through because sometimes these napkins get translucent when we put whatever. Put gesso on it. Golly, I cannot think today. Okay, and I love this piece too. So I might just have that piece kind of like that. So then we have almost the whole page. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. And we'll see how the stamps shine through. If not, I can always stamp on top. We can always add more. We shall see. Okay, so let me move the water. Okay, I'm gonna do this piece first. Okay, so I have some clear gesso. This is my Art Basics Gesso Clear Transparent Gesso. And now this time you want a stiffer bristle brush. And actually, do I have a bigger one? Let me see, because these are bigger pieces of napkin. Here, here's a little bit wider bristle brush. So I'm gonna grab my gesso. And this one, for some reason, this lid, I keep having a hard time with it. Oh boy, it might have like glued on. Hang on. Oy, oy. Oh, there we go. Whew, that was hard. Gosh, that was really on there, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna grab this. I put a little bit of water on my brush because I want this to flow easily. And it's just like glue. You don't have to have gesso. You can use glue sticks, whatever you want. How did this go? Out of this corner. So I'm going to stick that in the corner. And I like doing piece by piece. Well, not piece by piece, but like sections, and then kind of smooth it out and push it down as I go. Is this how this one went? Yeah, out of the corner. I'm gonna do a little bit more water. And that way you don't get all the little crinkles and wrinkles. But I mean, I don't mind, because that's part of the whole beauty of the napkin decoupage, is having that little texture. But, you know, some people want it super flat. And then if you really want it flat, you can go over it with an iron and iron this, you know, when you're all done. It's up to you. I like having texture on my page, so I'm always putting extra texture paste and what have you on the page. Was that the way I had it? Or did I have it another way? Let me think here. No, it's kind of like that, right? Or did it go out? Hang on, y'all. I'm going to pull this up. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe not. Well, yeah, it's coming out like of the corner. That's fine. I don't know what I'm thinking, y'all. Don't know. Okay, now I'm going to go over it. I'm going to get some water and go over it, over the edges, kind of smooth it out and make sure it's really on here. I like going over, especially the edges, and I like watering it down just a tad. But if you do put a lot of water on your brush, be careful, because you will tear your napkin. So you got to be careful. Just be gentle with it. I mean, these napkins are pretty resilient. You can kind of do a lot with them. And if they do tear, you can always go in and patch it up a little bit. But this helps seal it to the page even more. I did not prep my page this time because I'm putting gesso on the page anyways. I mean, that's what this is. So, I mean, I don't think the VersaFine will go through. Yeah, see, look, the VersaFine ink doesn't even go through. So I didn't have to prep my page for the stamping either. Okay, let's do this one up in this corner. I'm just slopping the gesso on. It dries clear, so you don't have to worry about, like, if you go past the napkin or anything like that. No biggie. go over, especially the edges. I always go from the middle out. Don't go from the out in because you'll pull the napkin in and rip it. So go from the middle out and just hit all the edges so that makes it seal. And if you want to go over the middle briefly like that, you can do that as well. And depending on how light the background of the napkin is, you'll be able to see the words through. This one's a little bit darker, so you might be a little bit harder to see the words through, but when it dries, you still might actually be able to see quite a bit. So let's get that down there so I don't... I'm slapping this all the way across the bottom. And I can put water on top of this ink because it's a VersaFine ink. It's an archival ink. It dries instantly and doesn't smear, which I like. Okay, I think I'm going to put it more over towards this edge too. Let's get some water. Slop, slop, slop. See how I just do it in sections and then I just fold my napkin over and just keep going. And I slowly just build it up. You don't really even have to be neat with it. Just slop it on there because you're not even gonna see it. Want it to hold your napkin down. Okay, now I'm gonna make sure I seal it down. But anyways, okay, so talking about the word sustain. So I looked up and did kind of a word study on sustain, and let me grab my notes. So sustain means, according to Webster's dictionary and all the dictionaries, to strengthen or support physically or even mentally. I love that. So that's what God does. Strengthens and supports us physically and mentally. To give relief to or supply with sustenance. So I love that. So he not only he gives relief to us, but he also provides. Remember, we saw that word in the verse, provides sustenance. With the bread and the food. I love that. To support the weight of. And I feel like he has sustained me through the last couple years. It's been, like I said, rough couple years, and he's really been sustaining me. Even though there were times that I felt like he wasn't, I can look back and know that he was. He was sustaining me. It also means, here, let me grab my glasses because I wrote really tiny. Support the weight of, to buoy up, to buttress, to brace. I feel like a lot of times he's been bracing me throughout this season of life. Okay, let me pull that little piece out there. Bracing me through this season of life as well. And he's constantly and consistently supporting and holding up. So I love that. I mean, there's just so much in just the word sustain. But I really have felt his strength. He's been strengthening me and supporting me physically and mentally, and nourishing me and providing for me and buoying me up and giving me that nudge that I need when I need it, all of that is, to me, just a breath of fresh air. I love that. And so that's why I've focused on that word in this chapter. And that's what's going to be my title, because I really treasure that from him from this year alone. So I'm washing my brushes real quick because you don't want gesso in your brush. Oh, and for those of you who are wondering what this is. So remember I told you, let me grab, sorry y'all. When I rinse out my brushes here, I rinse them out with soap and water, and then I put them face down on a paper towel like this. And as they dry throughout the night, all the ink runs out of the brush and goes to the paper towel. And see, that's what that is. That's all the ink that has run out of the brushes on the paper towel. And that's how I clean them with soap and water after I use, you know, ink in my brush. So that's an easy way to clean your brushes. So that's what that is. And then I use my paper towel for other things. Again, don't let anything go to waste. I mean, this paper towel has got a lot more use to it. Oh my gosh, for some reason, this cap does not stay on this one very well. There we go. Okay, we're gonna get our heating tool. Oop. Oh my goodness, y'all, there's a little piece of gesso right there. Okay, I'm gonna get a heating tool and dry this thoroughly. Move all the water. Oh, I love the pretty colors. I do love that little bird sticking out. You can see the music notes in the back a little bit. You can't really see the bird. I like this little bird sticking out. Maybe I'll just leave just these two little birds sticking out. Maybe I'll do another one there. Or maybe I'll just leave it. Let's see. Let's see what it looks like when it's all dry. A lot of times I'll do stuff on my page and then it all gets covered up anyways. But you can still see the bird through the napkin. So maybe this one will get a little bit more. Got a little tear here, so his little head peeks out right there anyways. We got to get this completely dry before we can go on to the next step, so slowly but surely. I love that shimmer of the napkin. You can still see it when it hits the light. Let's see if I can show it to y'all. I could see the bird through there a little bit, and the music notes. I mean, just faintly. Okay, so what verse was that? I covered it up. Oh gosh. He sustains human hearts. Oh, let me see. I might have to look that up to see exactly what verse that is and put it here on the page. He sustains. I might have to do that afterwards. I'll look it up. So this is verse 19. Here's 16, I think it's verse 15, if I'm not mistaken. Psalm 104:15 is the he sustains, and then the birds make their voices known. There's that verse right up here. Okay, almost done. Okay. Let's flatten this out a little bit. Okay, so the other thing I had was this silhouette. They're called Feltables Fashion. It was in this little package here, and they're actually iron-ons, I guess. But I'll never use it as an iron-on. I got this in some kind of craft haul that I got, and it was in there because I never would have bought this on my own. But it was in a craft haul, and so I'm wondering if this could be a sticker part or if I'll just glue it on. Let's see. So I'm not going to use it as an iron-on. I'm going to use it as a sticker. If it's stickable. Let's see. Or is this just like an iron part? Yeah, that's not a sticker part, I don't think. But I could glue it. Yeah. Okay. So we'll just glue it. But yeah, you can use anything in your Bible. As you all know, I use pretty much anything I have. And I'm not going to use this as an iron-on, so hey, might as well use it as an ephemera piece. And I love the silhouette. So if you don't have this or an iron-on, which probably most of you probably wouldn't, but just look up silhouettes. This is what this is called. Anything black, just black, a black image is a silhouette. It's spelled really weird, so you're gonna have to look it up. Yeah. And I think it's just cool how they stand out, these silhouettes. So I'm gonna have it like these birds come in from the side here. Rub that glue right there off. Like the branch is coming out. Ooh, pretty. And it's raised velvet. It's got a velvet feel to it. So I like that. It gives it, again, some more texture to the page. Any pieces sticking up? No. Okay. Oop, this little piece is moving. And this little piece. Okay. So we've got the bird's return right here. Little bird sticking out. You can see the music behind, and then there's another bird down here with some music and the bird there. And then, let's see. I grabbed these little stickers. Where do we want to put he sustains right here or right here? Maybe right up here. So I'm gonna grab this and we're gonna spell it. I don't know where I got these stickers from, y'all, but just a little baby title. Just simple, just a simple, let me move this a little closer. This is the part that takes me the longest, is trying to line them all up and make them all straight and all that. Okay, S, let's make sure I'm spelling it right. Sustains. If you don't have stickers, just, you can write it in yourself. Print it out on the paper. I'm doing this at an angle, and I'm wondering if the word's getting A-I-N-S, right? A-I, hopefully I'm spelling this right. S-U-S-T-A-I-N-S. A. I. Hopefully it'll fit. Otherwise I'll have to move it over. He sustains. Whew, just fit. Just fit. S-U-S-T-A-I-N-S, right? Yep. He sustains. There we go. And then what I might do is put down here, let's do Psalm. Where's a P? Here, we'll put it P-S. I hope I have enough numbers. Psalm. What Psalm is this? 104. Oh, it's a little wonky, isn't it? 104. And I'm going to have to look up to make sure what verse that was, that he sustains part. Let's put the 2 dots there. Oops, where did that go? These are so tiny, y'all. And I hope I'm on camera for y'all. There we go. Let's put a dot for the period for Psalm. I'm OCD with all this little stuff, y'all. There we go. Psalm, period. Oops. Period. My fingers are too big. Psalm 104, and then I'm going to look up. I think it's either verse 14 or 15, but I'll look it up to make sure. It's right here, and I can't look it up on my phone because I'm recording on my phone. So here's, I might be wrong. It might be even 16. I'm trying to see, but that looks like that's 16 right there. So I don't know. I'll look it up, and I'll put this I think has to come down a little bit. Let's see. If I rip this, then it's not coming down. Psalm 104, and then whatever verse it is, we'll put right there. But there we go. There's our page. An easy page, but so meaningful to me. I really love Psalm 104, all of Psalm 104. There's so much rich meaning in here, and how the Lord just provides, he sustains, he nourishes, he flourishes. It's abundance, he covers, it gushes. Like, I love it. He created everything, and everything trembles at his voice. And just as the birds make their voices known, I'm going to make my voice known. And I think I might underline that too, or I might even, I don't know, I'm thinking about that. I might even put like a little tip in here saying, with like a prayer card or something, talking to the Lord about how the birds make their voices known. I want to make sure my voice is made known as well, and how that I will sing the praise and the glory of the Lord all the days of my life. So thank you all so much. Ignore all that that noise in the background. We are still having construction going on in our house, but we work around it. But I hope y'all enjoyed that. I will see you in the next video. Love y'all. Here, let me bring this up. I mean, there's not much to see very close up, but you can see the stamp right there. He sustains. And I'm going to put the right verse right there. There's another little bird, and then there's a bird down there behind. You can barely see him peeping through. And then the silhouette at the top. I love that. So thanks y'all so much for joining me. I hope you have a very blessed day, and I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.